JFlames.
Blessings, people. This is JFlames TV, and this is episode 13. I was about to try and put up, I don't have 13 fingers, so I don't know what I was going to do. There's a 10 free episode 13 on the vlog. And before we get into this episode today, I want to touch on what's been going on in terms of the killing of George Floyd. And you know, like JFlames TV here, we don't really deal with politics and stuff like that. I try to just be me and talk about situations I've been through and music I'm into and stuff like that. But we can't ignore subjects like this, especially when I'm 32 years old and my whole life I've been seeing black men being killed by the police through my whole life. And it's like, ever since the civil rights movement in the 60s, it just don't seem like anything has changed. And it pains me to even have to say this in the beginning of my video. But yeah, I want to, before we start off, let's do like a 10-second silence for all the young brothers and sisters that have lost their lives to police violence. Peace be with Floyd, George Floyd and his family, and I hope that they get justice. Episode 13. Thank you to everyone that's been subscribing. We're nearly at 100 subscribers right now, so make sure you hit the subscribe button, press the notification bell, so we can celebrate. And you know, all together we could be like, we made it to 100 subscribers. And I'll be doing a giveaway as well. So when we hit 100 subscribers, I will tell everyone, I'll tell all of you guys what I'm going to be giving away. It's going to be something special. So yeah, so this week's episode is about Americans and UK rap. Now I have to say, I come from an era where Americans didn't really embrace UK rap. Let's just be honest. Everyone that's my age, maybe a little bit younger and a lot older, just know that we wasn't embraced by Americans when it came to this rap thing. Like, I don't know if it was because of our accent, you know, even though Slick Rick is from the UK, he's from Brixton, right? And he used to rap in a UK accent in New York. But I guess he kind of embraced his New York side more than his UK, but he had a UK accent. But apart from Slick Rick, we didn't really seem like anybody else kind of penetrated through the American scene in the 90s, the early 2000s, the early 10s. I'm not gonna lie, it only seems like this has started to happen in the last 2 to 3 years, to be honest with you. And you know, there's definitely some factors at play. I would say from my experience, when I was growing up, when I was 13, 14, and I used to watch MTV Bass and the Bots and stuff like that, we always had like UK rappers on, but a lot of those rappers used to rap in American accents, you know, or if they didn't have American accents, they would be using American slang. And you know, look, being from where we're from in like South London and Birmingham and Manchester, we just couldn't relate to it. So I guess we never really got behind our artists, because it was a thing of, why am I going to get behind a UK artist that's trying to sound American? I might as well just go straight to the Americans. So that's why I used to love Cameron and D-Block and stuff like that. And when it used to come to UK music, I would listen to grime and garage predominantly, because those musics were done in a language I could understand and relate to where I was from. Do you know what I'm saying? But obviously there were some guys that broke the mold. I'm a little bit before my time. London Posse, Rodney P, and them guys there. Like when I got a bit older and I went back into the archives and I checked out London Posse, their man was spitting hard bars with full British accents, like what, mate? What's going on, dude? What's going on, geezer? I like, but I didn't see that on my TV. You know what I'm saying? That's something I had to go and research when I got a bit older. But yeah, what was shown on my TV is a lot of UK artists that were, you know, had like an American kind of feel to them. And yeah, it's a bit hot today, I'm not gonna lie, the weather is cooking today. But yeah, they had like an American type of feel to them. And it's crazy now how we went from that now to when I go on YouTube, all I'm seeing is Americans react to UK drill, Americans react to grime, Americans react to UK rap, and it's like, whoa, bro, this is amazing to see where the scene has come from, you know. You know, I remember like in 2004, 2005 times, if you did UK grime, you was a UK grime MC. If you did UK rap, you was a UK rapper. We didn't cross paths. I was more lenient to the grime. My brother A-Son, he was more lenient to the rap. Musically, we didn't cross paths. If you was a rapper, you was a rapper. If you was a grime man, you was a grime man. You know what I'm saying? And now it seems like the lines have just merged now, and it's so great to see. And I think we are stronger together to go out and take over the world, rather than being you're a rapper, you're a grime MC, or you're a drill MC. No, you are a UK lyricist, a UK artist. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like that's definitely one of the reasons why America and all of the other countries are paying attention to us, because we are pushing our slang, we're pushing our sound. Yeah, we borrowed drill from Chicago, but we flipped it. You know what I'm saying? We had those mad bass lines going up and down on the scale. You get me? So we put our thing on it. New York then borrowed it, and they got their version of UK drill that's going over there. You know what I'm saying? In grime, they got grime in Canada that's doing big things. They got grime in Japan. Man, I was watching a video of them doing grime in Japan, and it's like, wow. I remember when this scene first started. You know, I got a vlog episode called Radio Wars. You can go back and watch that, and I talk about like my journey in the grime scene and stuff like that. I remember when the scene first started, and I'm seeing like grime MCs in Japan. Yo, that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? That is crazy, but it's such a great thing to see. You know, like, big up the artists that I started to really get into, because obviously on my TV I was bombarded with a lot of UK rappers that were rapping in American accents, but when certain artists started to break through, I started to get more confidence in myself as a UK artist and in the UK artists. I remember guys like Roots Maneuver, that's one of my favourite UK rappers to this day, Roots Maneuver. Guys like Ty, R.I.P. Ty, legend in this thing. You know, them guys were a little bit older than us, but then there was one particular guy, man, he was from the streets, bro. Like, he was speaking our language, and he had a UK accent, and he talked about things we dealt with, and he was from a Caribbean background, so I could relate even more. And that's Kalashnikov. That guy is a legend. And at the time I was heavily into grime, but I started to, I'm not gonna lie, I started to go over to the other side there, because Clash was just talking facts, you know what I'm saying? He was talking facts, man. And yeah, but Americans never really embraced us like that up until a couple of years ago. I would say one of the key songs that made the American audience start to really open their eyes up and listen to the UK rap was Skepta and A$AP Rocky, Praise the Lord. Like, number one, that song, big up Skepta, big up A$AP Rocky. Number one, that song is bloody incredible, from the beat to the chorus to the lyrics to the video, the way they had the crossover from London to New York. It was incredible, and I feel like that was the only way really the UK was going to break through into America, is if we teamed up with somebody in America. And I think that we had the right artists that did it, and the right artists in America as well that came and did the collab. It's crazy, because I remember, like, 2016, I actually did a collab with a rapper from New York called Sport FLX here from Queens, New York. And we put out a tune called Pepper on my album Interstellar Master. And at the time, that was kind of unheard of. Like, people weren't really doing songs with America. It wasn't really state-wise and stuff like that. So a couple of years later, when I saw Skepta do it, and he took it to another level, I was just like, yeah, that's big. Do you know what I'm saying? That's big, and that's the way it's meant to be. And we can see the fruits of it now, man. We can see the fruits of it now. You know, it's no longer a thing of when people from the States hear UK rappers and they're just like, biscuits and crumpets. Do you know what I'm saying? Tea and the Queen and stuff. Nah, man, they know that we're going through things here as well. Also, you know, we're out here on the grind as well. We got ghettos here as well. We got crack in our hoods as well. We got all of that. We got Bentleys, we got Maybachs, we got all of that. And I think like definitely with the rise of the music video, you don't have that image in your head of us in England like eating crumpets and stuff and shooting them what's them muskets and stuff like that. Yeah. Now you can see, wait, hold on, like, come on, they're quite similar to us, man. At the end of the day, every hood is the same. You know what I'm saying? I've been to a lot of hoods. I've been to hoods in Portugal, hoods in Germany, hoods in America, hoods in the UK, and I can tell you every hood is the damn same. We're all going through the same shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I just wanted to touch on that and just say big up to all the artists statesides and the UK that's been putting in the work to collaborate with each other, man, and just move this scene and express ourselves and, you know, push a message of change, which is most importantly is to push the message of change. You know what I'm saying? Everyone, you know, we like to have fun and we like to go to the clubs, we like to talk about our past experiences, and that's all good. But when you have a 15-track album, man, drop in that real tune and tell people when you was broke. Tell people when, you know what I'm saying, your house didn't have no heating. Tell people when, you know, when you had no hope. Tell people when you lost your faith in God, man. Be honest, you know what I'm saying? Tell people your journey. That's what an album, that's what a body of work is meant to be. You know what I'm saying? So, blessings, man. This is episode 13, JFlames TV. Oh, you see the little hat on the t-shirt, get me on the side. Yeah, it's all good, man. And thanks to all the new subscribers. Make sure you continue to hit subscribe. We got content coming daily. I'm not gonna lie, probably not daily, but weekly. You know what I'm saying? A couple of times a week. And yeah, man. Blessings.
JFlames.